Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, all series videos. Thank you so much for the likes, the comments, and for subscribing. In this video, I'll be updating you on unfortunate love. Guess what? Rishi chooses Lakshmi over Neelam, shocking everyone. You need to watch till the end to find out how it happened. Please subscribe to this channel and don't forget to click on the notification button to be notified anytime I drop a new video. Please like this video. Let's go. The episode starts with Neelam telling that she will never let this girl stay in the house. Verenda says, until when? You will separate them and stop her from coming here. He reminds her that Lakshmi had returned home many times and says destiny has united their hearts and it has brought them together. Daddy says whenever they are separated, they feel that other is in danger and they unite to save each other. Verenda says they feel each other's pain and troubles and their hearts are united. Who can separate them? Neelam says, I can separate them, and says my own family are making me weak and betraying me. She asks if you didn't want this to happen and says you wanted them to marry and was conspiring against my back. She says, I knew everything but stayed silent. She says, you both have crossed the limit. She then tells Ayush, what did you say? You insulted me. She says, you asked Lakshmi to stay in the house and asked whose house is this? Ask if this house is just yours. What you will do if she doesn't stay here? Rishi says, I request you, Mom. I love Lakshmi. I agree that you gave me birth. But Lakshmi saved me. He says, if she had not saved me, then I would have died. He says, I request you, I want to marry Lakshmi. Please support me. Just fulfill my last wish. Let me marry her. He cries and says, I really love her. Neelam says, this is not the truth. You don't love her. Rishi says, I really love her. Abe, Kiran, Sona, Malishka, and others come there. Abe says, you want to marry Lakshmi and wants to end Malishka's life. Kiran says, just now Malishka attempted suicide and you want to marry Lakshmi in front of her. Abe says, what do you think? That you will use us and throw us? Rishi says, I never used anyone, and tells that he respects Malishka a lot, but just loves Lakshmi. He says, when I don't love her, then I can't keep her happy, and I myself will not be happy. He asks if you want your daughter to marry such guy who doesn't love her. Malishka says, no, Rishi, I will keep you happy and I will give you so much love. Malishka asks, what will I do? My life is with you. Neelam asks him to see Malishka's love and says it is her true love. She's saying this even after getting insulted. Daddy says you are seeing Malishka's insult but didn't see Lakshmi's insult, and tells that you have always taunted and humiliated Lakshmi. Always. And says Lakshmi always supported us. Neelam says there is a difference between Malishka and Lakshmi, and tells that Malishka bears insult because she loves Rishi, and Lakshmi bears insult as she wants to become great in front of everyone. She says Lakshmi is inauspicious. Verenda shouts, saying my daughter is not inauspicious. Rishi requests Neelam to get him married to Lakshmi. Neelam says, you are saying this is your final decision, giving me ultimatum. Then you have to do one thing. Malishka says, Auntie. Kiran says, you always said that Malishka will be Bahu, and asks how can she change her decision. Malishka asks Rishi, why did you save her? She then pleads in front of Neelam to ask Rishi to kill her before marrying Lakshmi. She says, I am already dead seeing this, and asks her not to do this. Neelam says, you know well I don't change my decision, and I have decided. She tells Rishi that he can marry Lakshmi if he accepts her condition. She says, Lakshmi can't stay here. If you marry her, then even you have to leave from here. He says you gave her your swear not to go out, and gives her swear to him that Lakshmi shall not stay here. She says, decision is yours. If you want motherly love or Lakshmi. Daddy asks Neelam not to do this. Verinder says this is torture. Daddy asks Neelam to have pity on Rishi and says he is your own blood. Neelam says if he chooses me, then it will be proved that he is my son. Ayush asks Neelam to throw him out, but don't ask Rishi to leave. Neelam says Rishi has to decide with whom he wants to live. Lakshmi says there is no need to take decision and tells that a child can't go away from his mother and says you didn't give him such values. She says Rishi will not go and I will go, and says I am taking back your swear myself. She turns to go. Rishi says the matter will start now. He tells Neelam that you have given me values. There was nobody other than you. He says that mother never made motherly love a debt or loan, but today you made it as debt and told its price also. He says, you are asking me to choose between your motherly love and my love. He says, if I choose my love, then I will leave my motherly love. And if I choose motherly love, then I will end my life forever. But you come first for me always, and will always be first. He asks if you want to see me dead or dying every moment. He says you can't see this. And if it is your yes, then it is a big punishment. And if I give you same punishment, then it will be problem for your motherly love. And I won't let your motherly love getting punished. He says, what is the use of your motherly love if I am not alive? And that's why I will leave this house right away. And that's why I choose my love. I choose my Lakshmi. Neelam is shocked. Rishi tells that he is standing here due to her values and everything will be fine. Karishma asks Rishi if he has gone mad and wants to leave his mother. Rishi says, I am helpless and mom made me helpless, and says, I wanted to marry in front of your eyes, but maybe this is written in my destiny. He says, I am sorry. This is written in my destiny. Lakshmi says, Rishi. Rishi says, this is the last decision. I am leaving with you. Daddy says, Neelam, you have done disaster. Verinder asks her to stop Rishi. Daddy asks her to accept Lakshmi and says she deserves to be our Bahu. Verinder says, we can't let a mother separate from her son. Neelam goes from there. Malishka says, Rishi, please. Neelam goes to side. Rishi asks Daddy if he has done right. She signs yes. Rishi cries and hugs Daddy. He then hugs Verinder. He tries to touch Karishma's feet, but she stops him angrily. Rishi says, Boa, you have always supported Ma, and asks her to continue to support her. He genuinely apologizes to Abe and Kairan and says, I can't lower your pain, but please forgive me. He asks Sonia to take care of Mom. Sonia asks him not to go. He asks Ayush to take care of everyone and become next Rishi after him, and says, I am leaving forever. Ayush hugs him and cries, says, I will come with you. Rishi says, you have to take care of everyone. If you do any drama, then you will be beaten up really. Ayush and Rishi cries. Rishi comes to Neelam and holds her hands, but she moves her hand. He says, I am going far from you, but can't separate from you. Please forgive me for this. He holds Lakshmi's hand and takes her outside. Malishka cries and says, Rishi. Neelam turns and looks at the door. She recalls Rishi choosing Lakshmi his love. She cries and sits down on the floor. Karishma and Ayush try to pacify her. Shalu and Bani come out of the house. They tell that they didn't want Jeju to leave the house. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and come back for more updates from your favorite Z Word series.